if you look at what is left of UMNO, I think it has lost its claim to be the preferred choice of Malay voters since the last general election. In fact, it is the third choice. PAS, Bersatu, UMNO. If you want to save UMNO, you've got to go, man. I think Zahid struggles because they know on the ground, if you don't have any personal interest of being appointed onto a statutory body or onto a government-linked entity, the Malay ground has shifted. And I think for many ordinary members of UMNO, either they won't come out to vote or they will vote for Perikatan Nasional. And therein lies the Prime Minister's problem. He still has a problem in trying to get solid support from the Malay ground. PH won around about 11, 12, 13% of the Malay votes at the general election. And the strategy was to use UMNO as a vehicle to win more Malay support. Unfortunately, amongst Malays, including ordinary UMNO members, UMNO is just not palatable, simply because it has a leader who is seen to be very, very damaged and compromised. I think there's a greater likelihood of PH supporters supporting BN because they don't want to support PN. A lot of PH supporters are non-Malays, so they don't want to give it to PN because they have this unfounded fear of PN, the green wave, which I've debunked. But it is more likely that a BN or UMNO supporter to give it to PN, or Bersatu for that matter, whom they see is a similar party to UMNO in terms of ideology, rather than to give it to a PKR or to a DAP candidate. So that's the consideration as far as transferability of votes for these elections. I think if you look at what is left of UMNO, less than 30 seats in Parliament from 80 plus or whatever it was previously, it has lost its claim to be the preferred choice of Malay voters since the last general election. In fact, it is the third choice. PAS, Bersatu, UMNO. That's just a reflection of where we are today and how far UMNO has fallen. That's a tough call because Najib is a very divisive figure. There are many people who feel that if you do the crime, you serve the time. There are some, and I don't know which is more here, especially in the Malay ground, who believe that he should be pardoned, considering all his services to the nation and considering that he is a leader that they feel can reclaim the previous successes of UMNO. So it's a tough call. And I think what Anwar is doing now is probably the only thing he can do, which is to not entertain the issue yet. Although I suspect that he will have to do so after the state elections because it's clear that within UMNO, they are getting very impatient. And they want Najib to be pardoned as soon as possible. Well, I think it's obvious, isn't it? If you want to save UMNO, and if you want to start to rebuild UMNO's credibility, especially amongst Malay voters and traditional UMNO voters, you've got to go, man. It's a personal decision. I would like to take some time out. I have now developed a broadcast presence. So I host a breakfast show on Malaysia's #1 radio station. I co-host one of Malaysia's top podcasts. So I think my reach is just as good as if I was in politics, if not better, because now I can be independent. And I don't think I will stay out forever. I think I will come back at some point, but not yet. I want to take some time off. I want to read a lot more. I want to do some writing. I'm doing some business now, and I think that will get derailed if I jump straight back into politics. And I think it's good to have a bit of time off. So I think it should be a party that is aligned to my own personal values. A party that I feel that I can represent wholeheartedly. And look, most people make compromises when they join a political party because a political party by nature has many members with many differing views. The core ideology may be the same, but within that, there are many, many nuances. So I do and would like to join a party where those nuances are not too many, the compromises are not too many, and where I can be at peace politically and ideologically.